So with this upcoming episode, you guys get into an interesting situation where you try to be the good guys with your kids. Will this end up blowing up on them?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're exactly blow up at them, but I think it's the thing that a lot of parents face when they're separated, which is one person becomes the good guy and one person becomes the bad guy. And I'm sure it switches back and forth.
Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. We're just, we're going through this separation, and everyone says, don't put the kids in the middle, but inevitably, you put the kids in the middle.
You know, you get to see them once a week, and you want them to have a good time. So yeah, you go, and yeah, you stay out a little later, and yeah, you eat ice cream and junk all day. It's that kind of thing. Things that are easy to fall into.
Are you surprised that your characters ended up getting separated? Do you think there's hope for them to reconcile?
We knew from the start that we weren't made for each other. No,
don't touch me.
We were. Look, for many years on this show, we knew that Tom and Lynette were the grounding force on the street. They were the couple that most resembled most couples in America, and the writers were reticent to try and break that up. And then finally, it just got to a point after so many years where they really wanted to explore the things that made this relationship work by first pulling it apart. So we're hoping that it doesn't get so torn apart and obliterated that they can't find their way back to each other.
Absolutely. And would you like the show when it finally ends for them to be back together, or do you think viewers will be happy with the fact that if they're not, if it doesn't end up that way?
I think it'll be so sad if they don't end up together. I mean, true to life, if they don't end up together, it's what is it? 60% of marriages end in divorce. And with 5 kids, I don't know how anybody makes it, and God bless those people that do. I think it would be really sad, but I think it would be also very satisfying if they got back together. But there's a lot to repair, which is good because it's true.
How did you both react to learning that this was going to be the last season of Desperate Housewives? And do you think it was time for the show to come to a conclusion, or were you really disappointed with that news?
Dougie and I fell into each other's arms weeping copiously. We've dressed in black.
Yes, we're in mourning for the show, but we both acknowledge that the network was really generous in giving us advance warning, and hopefully that we can go out strong. It's better to leave the audience wanting more than less, and it gives our writers the opportunity to write to a satisfying finale.
And I have to say, the writing this year is fantastic. I think it's going to be one of our best years.
And speaking of that, is there anything, like little exciting tidbits coming up that you can kind of tell us about?
Well, all you need is kind of 5 simple words. Eva Longoria on stripper pole.
Tune in. That's this Sunday.
Well, I think you just got a bunch of male viewers.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. And as far as your characters, what will we see develop this season?
You won't see Tom on a stripper pole. Not yet. Next week.
I think true to form, Tom's going to, can I say this? Tom's going to get a girlfriend. Okay, so Tom's going to get a girlfriend, which I have to say, in the vernacular, chaps my ass. And and I think you're going to see what it's like to go through a separation and possibly a divorce. But there are also funny and ironic things about it, too.
Okay, well, I can't wait to watch. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you.
Thanks.